Good morning, Scrappers. I'm Deborah Kozlovic, and I'm a Creative Memories Independent Advisor from Australia. Welcome to Creating Your Memories. Today I want to show you a technique that I use with the chalking pens from Creative Memories. They've had the white chalking pen out, and recently they've just brought out the blue chalking pen. I completed this layout a couple of weeks ago, which was posted on my Facebook and Instagram pages. I've been asked how I completed this technique, so I wanted to jump on today to show you how I completed it. And I've used one of the templates. So I've used the Unleashable template, and I've also used the Serene Waters designer papers, stickers and embellishments to finish off my layout. So today I wanted to show you how I did this technique here. It's with the chalking pen, and it's also with a finger dabber, or the other, not sure what you call these ones, but it's another sponge thing that you can actually dab on and tap away. These I brought from online, which is an Australian shop. I'm not sure about the overseas trend. I'm guessing that you should be able to buy them from Amazon, but I got mine from Craft Online. So to start off with, it was a journal template that came out for Croptoberfest in 2021, and that had the let's put it on a dark piece of card, and that had your sunflower, your leaf, your pumpkin, your vine, your flags and whatnot on that. And the other one that I've also used is the everyday journal template. I believe that you cannot get these ones anymore. These came out a fair while ago, and I think they are sold out. So when you see journal templates that have got, you know, the flowers and things like that that you could use, you can actually use these for, you know, your dot tip pens and things like that. You can trace around them and then cut around them and use them as embellishments. Also using your chalking pens, which I'll show you how I did that. So that's your everyday journal template. So to start off with, just put these aside. So to complete this one here, I'll show you how I did that technique. So I just do one side instead of doing the whole lot. So the cardstocks that I've chosen out today that I'll show you on, it works best on dark colours of cardstock. So I've got the navy blue, a black shimmer, and the lipstick pink, which was in our exclusive cardstock bundles that were out last month, I think it was, in June. So I'm going to start off with my navy cardstock. So what I'm going to do is, to start off with, just going to get my cardstock. You always have the Creative Memories Ink down the bottom of your template, so that's your front way up, and I always have mine sitting on the right side of the cardstock when I'm completing. So lining this up, you do have the clips that you can also clip on that to make your page so it doesn't move. On this one, I've gone around in the blue chalking pen on the leaf, and in the bigger leaf on the corner I've actually gone around with the white. So I'm going to do the opposite today. So to start off with, I'm just going to use the blue chalking pen. You have a fine, well, not actually fine tip, but it has a smaller end on one end, and you've got the bigger end on the other side. So to start off, I'm just going to hold this down so it doesn't move, lining it up, and then I'm just going to trace around the inside of the template, just around that leaf and the corner where the squares of that leaf are going down. So when you first use the chalk pens, it doesn't come straight out, so when it starts to dry, you actually see the effects of the chalk pen. So as you can see, as it's drying, it's coming out darker. I found that the blue chalk pen actually works great on the navy blue. So I'm just going to go to the other side now. Just going to trace around exactly the same as what I did on the opposite side. Going around the inside of the leaf without moving your template. You want to keep it in place. So that's my blue. So now I'm going chalk pen and I'm going to go around the smaller leaves. So when I'm going around the smaller leaves of with the white, I'm just going to do that leaf. I'm not going to go around on the square, I'm just going to do the leaf itself. So the same sort of thing, just going around and tracing around. And then also on the outside of that leaf. Then moving to our next one. I think I'll slightly move that then. Same thing, just tracing around the inside and the outside of that leaf. And then to the last one. But with this one I think I might make like a border. So the more you actually go around with your chalk pen, the darker it gets. But you do have to wait until it dries, and then you can see that the chalking pen, the colours do come out, and then you can see it a lot better. So now I'm just going to get one of my dabbers, and I'm going to use the blue chalk pen, and I'm going to get the thicker end, and all I'm going to do, dab it on there like that. This one will come out dark, so you don't want to overdo it and put too much on. Just like that. So I'm just going to hold my template down, and then I'm just going to dab it. Just tap it down. And then once it dries, you can see that the blue of the chalking pen comes out. So I'm just going to continue to do that on the 3 leaves that I did with the white chalking pen. So I'm also going to dab in between the leaves, so you can also get an effect. So just dabbing on your fingertip and then dabbing away. You can go back and do a little bit more if you feel that you haven't done enough. Once it dries, you can actually see how much you've put on there. If you want more, you can add more. So sometimes less is best because you can add. So just doing that last one with the blue chalking pen. Just dabbing it on the sponge, going in inside the leaf area. So as you can see there, once it starts to dry, you can see the blue chalking pen coming through. So now I'm going to use this one for my white. So I'm going to do exactly the same thing as what I did with the blue, getting the white chalking pen, just dabbing on the corner like so. More or less doing it in the same spot because you cannot see it. So now I'm just going to get that and then dab it on. So I'm going to apply a little bit more and then dab away. so now that I've done that, so if I move this, so if I move that template away now, you can actually see how it's left that chalking pen and it's left that beautiful technique there. So that's the same as what I've done in that layout, but I've actually done right around. So looking at the difference, when I did the blue around the bigger one to the white, and then the white with the blue. So with this one now, instead of, you know, like doing a whole complete layout, I can actually use a decorative blade on here and on that side and just make a border. I will do that, and I'll put that up on my Facebook and Instagram so you can all have a look at that. So when I finish this layout here, so I dabbed around the whole lot and then traced around with my chalk using the Serene Waters, just so it had a nice edging around it, like a frame effect. I used 1/4 of an inch strips, 4 strips on either side, and then I cut out, just measure these squares here. They are 2 2x2s, 9 2x2 squares, and place down in the middle, exactly what the template has here. And then on some of them I just put the embellishments on, and then others I just cut the photo down to 1 3/4 by 1 3/4 and just place the photo on the designer paper. So that's how I did the Unleafable chalking, other journaling templates, and show you how I did the flowers, the sunflower, and just the normal flower. So now we'll move on to the journal templates. As I said earlier on in the video, that you cannot actually purchase these ones anymore, but they're always bringing out different templates that you can be able to use this technique on. It doesn't matter, it doesn't have to be a journal template or the Unleafable. It could be other templates they've actually brought out. So I'll just show you the flower effect that we can do with the everyday, and also with the Croptoberfest, you had the sunflower on there. So I'm going to use the Black Shimmer with this one. Position this on the page where I want it. So I'm just going to put it here, just about there. So I'm going to use my white chalking pen for this. I'm not sure how well the blue will actually show out. So I'm just going to go around the sunflower. Just holding it down. I've actually done a few of these techniques with the chalking, with the white chalking pen when it first came out. It would have been sometime last year. Actually did a couple of pages with the white chalking pen and the black, and I think it was a purple that came out also with Croptoberfest, purple cardstock. And I completed a few of the layouts with that using the chalking pen and this Croptoberfest template. So if you go on the in my Facebook group, you click on the photos, you'll be able to find the layouts that I actually completed with that. It's also on my Instagram. So now that I've traced around the petals of the sunflower, I'm just going to dab the white chalking pen on the sponge again. And just holding that down, and then just giving it a dab all the way around. Just Might need a little bit more. So dabbing a little bit more on there. Always use the thicker end instead of using the thinner end when I'm dabbing. So going around. So now that I can move that, you can actually see the sunflower, how well it brings out there on the black. So then if I want to continue to do the sunflower, I can then go just on the side, like this, like so. I'm just going to use my thinner end again, and then tracing around. So just keeping that in place. So dabbing the chalking pen on the dabber again. And then dab away. So then if I remove that, then you have the sunflower on the outside. So you can actually just lining your sunflower up on either part of your page. So you can have the sunflower coming off the page, you can have it coming on the page. It's up to you how you want to do it. You can also add the leaf on the sunflower as well in between. You have the pumpkin there, you could do the pumpkin, or you've got the flags. So that's the white chalking pen on the black with the Croptoberfest 2021 template. So now we're going to go on to the lipstick pink, which is out of our exclusive cardstock range. I just love this colour. It's very bright and vibrant. So I'm going to use the everyday template, and I'm going to just use the flower. So I might try it with the blue and the white chalking pen. Not sure how it's going to work out, but testing is the key. So I'm just going to put it in the middle there. So I'm going to go around the outside edge with the chalking pen, just holding it in place. Following it around. The chalking pen is a little bit darker on the pink, but hopefully it dries a little bit different when it dries clear. So now just going to get the white. I might go in between with the white chalking pen. So we'll just do a little bit more. Going around a little bit more. As you can see, as it's drying, you can see the white coming out on the pink. Might just lean a little bit more in that corner. So let's put the lid on that. Just moving it away, you can see there it does give it a nice little effect. With a nice flower. It actually stands out really nice with the white and the blue. So I could mow the white one, and just these little bits here, I might just do some lines. The way it coordinates with the outside of the white petals. And just see the different effect that it does between the white and the blue. So just tracing it around. So now I'm just going to do the same thing with the dabbing. Just dabbing it away. And just filling in the petals. And there you go. It actually turns out a lot better. Again, so you've got the blue. Looks pretty actually with the blue chalking pen and the white. And then the shading. So that shows you a different technique that you can actually use with your chalking pens instead of, you know, doing the basic drawing with your chalking pens. You can actually do the lines. And as you can see, you can't see where I've just wrote that, but as it dries, it actually comes through. And you can also, with the chalking pens, you can do your journaling. So once you start writing with the chalking pens, just keep writing. Or if you stop, you're just going to have to wait until it actually dries, and then you can follow through. So that's the everyday journal template, just doing a different technique with the flowers. And then we've got the Black Shimmer, which is done with the sunflower technique. And the one that I came on to show you was the Unleashable one with this layout that I did on the navy cardstock. Here's your template. This template here is still available, and so are the chalking pens. Well, if there's any questions or comments that you'd like me to answer, or comment how, you know, if there's anything else that you would like to see in my videos or anything like that, I'll be happy to get back to you. Also, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you, and happy scrapping.